Gears Tactics is a turn-based strategy game set in the world of Gears of War, and we went hands-on to try out this whole new Gears experience. Here are 5 things that we love that makes this still a proper Gears game.
Diaz, you forget how to fight in the motor pool?
Something like that. I've got a clear line on this drone. Engaging now.
The Gears of War iconic slide into cover slam is of course a feature in Gears Tactics, but with this being a turn-based strategy game rather than the usual shooter, you're probably wondering whether that would be any use, and the answer is yes. It's actually a very useful mechanic in this spin-off. When you slide into cover in Gears Tactics, your unit gets a little bonus distance which will give you that little boost you need to go take down the locusts on the battlefield. It also helps to make the game a little more fast paced compared to many other XCOM style turn-based games. Staying back and waiting for the locusts to swarm is most definitely a bad idea that will likely end up with you and your units dying, so it's best to take the fight to them. When it comes to turn-based tactical games, most of them only let you move one unit and shoot each turn, and that's your go done. Thankfully, with Gears Tactics, that's not the case. Each unit will be able to do 3 actions per turn by default, and you can do a variety of different actions in combination, such as moving, shooting, class skills. It's whatever you need to do to get the upper hand on the locust. This gives players plenty of opportunities to do some interesting stuff with your units each turn. For example, you can use a unit's secondary weapon, let's say a snub pistol, to interrupt an enemy's overwatch, opening up a flanking route that was previously impossible. This disabling shot ability is available to every unit, and while it has an 8-turn cooldown, it can swing momentum your way. Now, it just wouldn't be a Gears game without its trademark gory executions, and you can bet that splash damage has added them into tactics, highlighting how the game is pushing players forward. The great thing about executions is that if you're successful in getting one, then you'll buff your entire squad, adding up to 3 actions across the team, which is a nice boost to the 3 actions you already have by default. This helps to push players even further so that they can take down more enemies. Again, this also helps making this turn-based strategy game into something that's a bit faster than your average. Gears Tactics wants to be as fast-paced as any other Gears title and does its best to replicate that feel in the turn-based genre, with the addition of execution giving squads a bonus.
After years of endless war, humanity had finally found peace.
Outside of the gameplay mechanics, Splash Damage has done an amazing job of making the cutscene in Gears Tactics look absolutely fantastic. So fantastic, in fact, that you could easily mistake it for being a mainline Gears game. Like with any other Gears game, before you start a mission, you're treated to a lovely cutscene, and then once you complete said mission, you get another one to bookend it. What this means is that you can expect a proper storyline in Gears Tactics. Gears Tactics is a prequel to the first Gears of War game and features a group of soldiers who find themselves in a bad situation against impossible odds. The protagonist is a cog called Gabe Diaz, who is Kate Diaz's father. He's been tasked with tracking down the Locust mad scientist while the government kicks off the Hammer of Dawn program in a desperate last-ditch attempt to wipe the Locust out. Thanks to the wonderfully done cutscenes by Splash Damage, you'll feel like you're experiencing a proper Gears title, even though you're in fact playing a turn-based tactical spin-off. Last but not least, we've got big old boss fights at the end of each mission, just like in the main series. Our gameplay demo ended with a fight against a Corpser, which is Gears' huge spider-like monstrosities that fans of the series will no doubt be familiar with. This fight works as it should. The Corpser's legs are rock hard, so you need to wait until it exposes its innards before dealing damage. All the while, Locust units assault you and emergent holes erupt from the ground. How do you deal with an E-hole in Gears Tactics? Well, just like you do in the main Gears games, by lobbing a frag grenade into it. Again, this just highlights how Gears Tactics feels like any other Gears game. While it may be a different genre, the boss fights are basically note for note the same. So the answer is yes if you're asking the question of whether Gears Tactics will feel like a proper Gears game. While it won't be rewriting the turn-based rulebook, it'll still throw a lot at you to make it something interesting enough for you to at least give it a shot. Gears Tactics launches 28th of April 2020 on Steam, the Microsoft Store, and Xbox Game Pass for PC.